Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome back to a new Daily Bite. In this Daily Bite, I'm going to share with you 4 reasons why we should stay away from yoga and also call out and warn against the Islamization of yoga and making Muslims comfortable with it. First, reach out to your most authentic religious teacher, the one who has got proper aqidah, the one who practices proper aqidah, and ask him about yoga. There is no way he's going to approve that you practice yoga under any pretext, whether it is for meditation, relaxation, exercise, and what have you. That is number one. Number two, imagine yourself, you are praying behind someone, of course a Muslim, and the person reads the Quran, Surah Al-Fatiha, verses from the Quran. He says Allahu Akbar. He makes dhikr clearly and correctly. However, his prayer breaks. His prayer invalidates by the virtue of him passing wind. You heard it, and he insists on continuing to pray. Will you continue to pray behind him? He will have to leave the prayer, or else you cannot continue to pray behind him. Or let's say his prayer did not invalidate by the virtue of passing wind, but he has been, besides reading the Quran, the Fatiha, and the verse from the Quran and making dhikr, he's been saying words that are not part of the Quran or of part of the prayer. Will you continue to pray behind him? His prayer becomes invalid. Bringing in strange or alien elements into Salah invalidates the Salah. That is our Salah. The Salah that we all know, in which the person has already recited the Quran. The person has recited Surah. The person has remembered Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yet, once it is invalidated, we cannot follow behind him. If that is the case, why will a Muslim allow himself to go and follow a non-Muslim in his rituals under any pretext? Just because it has been made Muslim friendly? There's no dhikr of Allah in it. There is no remembrance of Allah in it. There is no recitation of the Quran in it. I seize this opportunity to pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala preserves with iman and good health Ustad Abdul Halim in Singapore. There was once a sister or a group of people who wanted to conduct a workshop on how to focus in your prayer using yoga. And the instructor they invited, in fact, they planned and invited, was a monk. Ustad Abdul Halim had to go back and forth and exchange fiercely. I don't know what happened, but it was cancelled at the end of the day. Jazakallahu khairan, Ustad Halim. And all those who also voiced out for the cancellation of that program, may Allah bless them. And for those who wanted to organize that, may Allah guide them and guide us as well. Point number 3. As a Muslim, do you know that the Quran and the adhkar which we all read, some misguided people make use of it to perform sihr, to perform shirk, the Quran. If the Quran can be abused and used to commit shirk, and they recite the Quran, they recite Yasin, they recite verses from the Quran in a way that they are instructed to do by the masters of the jinn. If the Quran can be used in a misguided way, what makes us think that because the element or the component of the yoga, which to our understanding it is clean and Muslim friendly, it should not be harmful? How do we know that? So if the Quran can be abused, then anything from a ritual of other religions, all components should be rejected altogether. And then point number 4, and this is one of the excuses that is given most of the time. Well, but when I tried it, I felt relaxed. I felt comfortable. Feeling comfortable and relaxed does not justify or validate the practice. Drug abusers feel good. Drug abusers feel hard. Drug abusers feel cool. Yet they are harming themselves, and they're also committing haram. And so it's many haram activities. It feels good, at least for some time. Just because it feels good doesn't mean that it is right. And just because it is inconvenient doesn't mean that it should not be done. The Muslim must pray, even no matter how difficult his condition is. The Muslim must pray, no matter how pains he is experiencing. The Muslim must pray in times of war. At the battlefield, he must pray. Is that convenient? Is that comforting? No. That is why it is important as Muslims, we be very clear on what we are practicing and what guides our practice, the Quran and the Sunnah. Follow your authentic religious teachers. Don't follow commercial, motivational speakers and those who sell motivational packages of well-being and modern age stuff. May Allah grant us what it takes to purify our dunya for the best interest of our akhirah. Until the next daily bite, I leave you in His protection. See you in Jannah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.